Hello everyone, I'm Hammernes Warp, and welcome to Chapter 11 of my FE6 RR LTC. This chapter is normally a fairly hectic one in more casual playthroughs, but because I have 4 flyers and 2 dancers, it's a joke. Instead, because I'm playing full recruitment, I will maximize use of the arena, like I alluded to in Chapter 7. The first prime target for doing so is Yoder, since I want to get his magic up to maximize his warp range. The exact number would be 24, since Bishop magic cap is odd at 25. So 24 is the maximum warp range they'll have. I'll also eventually have Diane visit the arena, but that's for later once Yoder's done. Because this chapter is like fairly lenient beyond like because of full recruitment, the dancer's actions is going to be completely allocated to arena visits, so that the person grinding can get three arena fights per turn, which is a little bit ridiculous. Well, sorry, 3 turns after the first turn. 3 fights after the first turn. And outside of this, I'll have Karel and Zeiss slowly inch towards the throne, since they need very little help doing so. And the rest will just be feeding kills mostly to Diane, since he doesn't get as much time in the arena, but I need him to hit 20 strength before he promotes. And Percival is also going to make his journey to level 10. It'll be almost complete after this chapter, but since I don't need him promoted until chapter 13, I just kind of make it happen slowly but surely. I rigged this javelin crit since the Iron for it was close, and I want Diane to be in range of that archer, so that he can kill it on enemy phase. It's a pretty unnecessary crit, but I wanted it. I also wanted to like get extra lance weapon XP by doing that, but and then to my surprise, I managed to get a full round of lance weapon XP, which is nice, I guess. And here, I'm going to speed up the arena because there's just so many fights. So, I mean, as you can see, Yoder's, like, not even that far off, and since he's getting 3 fights per turn, I mean, I'll have a fair amount of the map left by the time he actually hits 24. I also want him to be hitting S light, though, which he hits nearly S in this map, and then hits S soon after. Because I can't spare any healers over there, I need Yoder to just dodge all the attacks he faces in the arena, which is why I'm rigging for, as you might have noticed, Axe and Lance users specifically. And if I don't get an Axe or Lance user, I make sure he dodges. I sell some useless junk like the Goddess Icon, Guiding Ring, and Secret Book, and just buy a couple extra bows. That wasn't a particularly, like, meticulously planned shopping trip. I just kind of got it thinking I might want it later, but I don't actually think I really make use of it later in the run. But it's not like the money was needed elsewhere, so hardly matters. While Zeiss and Karel like inch towards the throne, the other flyers are going to work on getting the villages. Now that most of the shopping I needed is done. It's important that I do get all the villages so that I can get the second Hero Crest, and the first Hero Crest I actually obtain in the run, so that Karel can finally promote, since he's just been sitting at like level 11 or level 12 for a while now. It's also a mystery as to why some of these fighters go for Zeiss, yet others go for Karel. I don't know. Soon, like, the one-range enemies in particular target Zeiss, which is helpful for me since it's more sword XP, but it's odd. As you might have noticed, I traded Percival the longbow from Cecilia earlier because I never actually took it off Cecilia from when she got it in Chapter 7. So then I give it to Diane so that he can one-round an archer from 3 range. Some RN burns, and here's, yeah, low-hit paladin. And Yoder's already capped res since his base is ridiculous, but his other stats obviously need work, but the one that matters is mainly his magic. Then he one-shots a warrior with a crit. Nothing new. I also tried to get as much money as I can, because at this stage of the run, I was pretty neurotic about, like, how much money I was going to end up with. But as it turns out with, I really had a lot to spare for the very end of the game. But, oh well. Karel and Zeiss do need some help getting, killing out these fighters, since I am insistent upon using a sword with both of them. Well, I have to use swords in Karel's case. And, so, Tate visits this village just for the Draco Shield, which normally is a nice item, but since, well, I'm rigging growths, I don't actually need defense, like, anywhere, it's money. Cecilia visits this village for restore staff. Ordinarily, that's a very nice item in this game, with all the cap magic druids berserking you from across the map. But again, with rigged res, it's not as much of a lifesaver, but I believe I use it once or twice in the run. So, goes to show how crazy the status staff hit rates can be. Yeah, it's here that they go for Zeiss over Karel. It might be because he's not at full health. I'm just gonna assume that, because I really don't have the best grasp on GBA AI. I believe actually in this enemy phase, a couple times when I did it, Zeiss gets hit by both archers and dies. So it's pretty hilarious that even with all these juiced up stats, a few archers can still bring him down. Arena round again. This time it's a druid, which, yeah, it was a lot of weapon XP from this one. Which is nice, because, you know, you do get, I even missed one just to pattern even more. But because I dodged everything, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take the weapon XP. I had to burn our ends, and here, luckily, I don't get hit by this nomad. And again, milks more weapon XP. Get another. Wyvern Lords are also, yeah, nice for, like, potential candidates. But yeah, Yoder's already pretty close, and I'm not even, like, halfway done with the map. I do have to do some... If this was Juno instead of Tate, I would have had to do some dancing around that fighter so that I don't get attacked at all, which I can do, luckily. But instead, I just do it because, I don't know, it seemed cool. The Axe Reaver, again, it could be a cool weapon for reversing the weapon triangle, but because I'm, like, so focused on grinding sword rank a lot of the time, reversing the weapon triangle against axe users is pretty pointless for my lance users. So it's really, but it does sell for some money, so it's nice for that purpose. I also got a speed wing, which again, normally a very good item, but 100% growths, time to sell it. Though even in rigged vanilla runs, that speed wing's nice. I just couldn't find a use for it here, since my unit's bases are generally just really high because of RR. Diane slowly journeys to the arena. He has to go the long way, since I can't really spare the flyer's actions. Fortunately, I do have to, like, dodge one of the... Or, yeah, I managed to dodge both, but I need to dodge at least one, I think. For Milady there. And Karel levels up off getting hit in the face by a shaman. And, yeah, he's really... he's at the point where you can tell he just wants to promote already. Yep. Need to. So yeah, here's Berserker, prime arena grinding material. Nomad. I believe you actually get a passive avoid boost is applied to both arena combatants, which is why some hit rates seem so bad, to my knowledge. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, yeah. And so yeah, Yoder hits 24 magic, but I decide to just get him a little more just for the weapon EXP since Diane can't reach yet. And Diane can also just mooch off other kills. And this is also since he's getting so much EXP on the map, rather than needing the arena, just because he's unpromoted still. I said, well, I can just get him a couple of arena levels to get to 20 strength. Yeah, and Karel also uses the light brand for the first time, just to get rid of this shaman that otherwise would block him. I also get a robe from this village, which, you know the drill. Not very, just money at this point. It is now time for... It's upcoming for Lilina's replacement, or sorry, Klein's replacement, Lilina, to show up. She does come with Klein's hardware bonuses, so her magic becomes, really high. She starts with, 23, I think. And her speed is actually, okay. It's 14. Or 13 or 14, but I think I rig it for 14. But, foot unit, not the best for combat purposes in this run. But she does get C stabs, so I used her to Hammernes Warp a lot of the time, because I couldn't spare turns with others. Also, you noticed that Zeiss had a conversation with the boss. That's because he's Ellen's replacement. So, and Ellen does have a conversation with that boss, which some might never see for good reason. So, first I have Percival talk to Lilina. And now I have to do this, fairly clumsily planned out, but but deliberate rescue chain to get Lilina to the top left so that she can recruit Tate's replacement, Astore. I blundered with Cecilia's spacing there, but whatever. But I still have an extra turn to do this, so now, again, arena. I think I go through one last arena gauntlet with Yoder. Yeah, now he caps magic, which, obviously useless for warp, but nice for combat. It's good that he's done now, though, because he's almost dead. Yeah, so now I just have Zeiss. So here I just have, Zeiss hang out or just pick up the last few kills while Karel inches us along to the throne. I'm also pining for that bottom left village as well, and then these last two villages. First is a sleep staff, which it's sleep is generally a powerful tool to have, but it's specifically useful in this run much later, at the very end of the game. And here I one shot of mage. I need to get rid of my Air Caliber tome, or I think I do that, so that the Pegasus squad that Tate's replacement will come with, Astore, won't suicide into her with javelins. Yeah, so I get one Orion's Bolt from this village, which will be used to promote Dian. And, you know, since I am deliberately trying to keep both the Archer squad that came with Lilina and the Pegasus squad that will come with Astore, I'm keeping them alive because they come with an Orion's Bolt and Elysian Whip for keeping them alive. So the Elysian Whip is long awaited so that I can finally promote Milady. But the Orion's Bolt's just money. But yeah, so I have to do some weapon trading so that the squad doesn't kill themselves. And I think do I do one last one with him? Yeah. I just wanted to get this last level to like cap speed, I guess. I don't really. Maybe it's more money on Yoder for what it's worth. Do I do? Yeah. Yeah, I believe I just wanted to just get more light rank since I was so close. And Dian. Yeah. Alright. Let's go with that. And now it's Dian's turn for the arena. But yeah, the money is a little lower since he's just, you know, weaker. Stats-wise. But that's fine. The XP intake's the same. That's what's most important. And yeah, here's... I mean, Astore as a thief is inherently useful. But I think I get a little neurotic about, like, actually having him steal stuff because I don't want to go to Ilia. Luckily, Lilina barely makes it there. I would have been pretty annoyed if she couldn't, but it's fine. And now we're back to doing nothing. Yep. I'm at 19, so I'm pretty close. And then, yeah, did a large iron burn. I almost died again, but I got bow rank out of it, which is nice because it can be hard to grind bow rank, and I obviously eventually do need Dian to hit S. So any weapon XP that I can pad is nice. Luckily, his just natural void is pretty high, so I don't have to worry about, like, if I face inaccurate things. Like, I guess bows do sometimes have an easier time in the arena. Well, both an easier and a harder, because they can't face axe users. So they can't just, like, get a guaranteed, yeah, I'm not getting hit. But they don't have to worry about... They also frequently face, like, dark mages and stuff, which helps them not get hit. And now, of course, I also have to get Echidna's replacement, Trec. I think I used Trec, like, in a couple places for, like, the horse, for the 8-move horse. Maybe even next chapter. But, his combat's kind of bad. I mean, bad by rigged growth standards. I think for, like, a not rigged run of this, he'd probably be, like, fine. So yeah, I take the Orion's Bolt and promote finally and get the shiny new outfit. Honestly, no, my troopers look cool. And and then I go back in the arena for a bit. But I heal first since, you know, I have the chance to do so. And I had to, like, I think I was being picky about the opponent, and I didn't really just burn our ends. I just said, okay, let me just go in and go out. So yeah. I got one last fight here. And with, like, some exchanges of misses. I don't think I even got much XP, sadly. Pad some extra sword rank. Get an extra Percival kill, and recruit Trek. In the opposite order that I mentioned them. I also, yeah, I use a lance just because I think I wanted to, like, even out his weapon ranks, but in hindsight, that's really pointless. And that's chapter 11, completed in 9 turns. And there's my Hero Crest and other promotion items. One of which is being sold. I don't know why I was hovering over this like that. Yeah. And my second Elysian Whip. Yay. I will see you next time.